Perfect.
You're good to go, Milo.
All right, let's get the show started. Welcome, everyone. Thank you. We would not have a show if you was not here. We love it when you come to the Julie and Milo show. The Julie and Milo show is here today. You don't want to miss a single word they say. Bringing you founders from a near and far. Listen as they tell you now just who they are. Listen to their stories and how they tell. In just 3 minutes how they're doing well. Telling us what it's all about today. And how they're loving that Onpassive way. Onpassive. It's a here today Onpassive. There's just no better way to listen to the Julie and the Milo show. So then you can be the very first to know. Onpassive, it's a here today. Julie and Milo show is coming your way. Wednesday night Onpassive. Ah, yeah. Julie, take it away.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Today is May 18, 2022. Welcome to the Julie and Milo show. My name is Julie. I'm coming to you from Orange County, California. My dear friend, Milo. Milo, if you could please say hello to everyone.
Hey, how you guys doing? It's so good to have you on the show. Remember, if you wasn't here, we would not have a show. So thank you all. And remember, we want to hear from everyone tonight. Like Julie said, man, just raise your hand and we will go to about 7:20 or 7:30. We'll be out of here.
Perfect. Thank you
Actually,
so much.
8:30. 2 hours.
Perfect. Thank you, Milo. Good to have you always doing this along with me. And I know we've been doing this for over a year and a half, and we're having so much fun. So I'd like to take this opportunity to welcome all of our friends around the world. Thank you for always joining us twice a week. And you are here because you are very important to the Julie and Milo show. And thank you for all your love and support. So tonight, as I said it earlier, we are coming together because of Onpassive, and we wanted to welcome all of our friends right now currently watching on Facebook and also watching on YouTube. If you're currently watching on YouTube, and if you look at the subscribe button, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please click the subscribe button, because you know what? We're doing this every day, sometimes 3-4 times a day. So we love for you to join us, join into the conversation, join in and hear what we have to share with you. So tonight we are picking a topic called Let's Tell the World About Your Onpassive Story. So if you are currently in the Zoom with us, we encourage you have not one, not two, but I think hundreds of stories that you can tell. The crazy story, the funny story, the lessons we learned, it can go everywhere, anywhere. Even if just saying, Chris Johnson, what a ding dong, you can say that too, right? Because we love him. So any story, any memories that you have, anything like that, we'd love to hear from you. Or even if you are getting to know someone in the past year, 2 years, 3 years, you could tell that story. Or even if you're falling in love with someone, you could definitely tell that story, because we know there are hearts connected in Onpassive. And so without further ado, I'm going to send over to Milo. Milo, could you tell me your Onpassive story?
I can, Julie. I got so many of them. Let me set my clock. I got so many of them, but I always like to go back to that first one where, I'd been in multi-level network marketing, and when it was introduced to me, I'm like, no, I'm not interested at all. And she said, it's not that, it's something different. And then she told me what it was. I said, hey, you're dreaming. That's utopia. It doesn't happen like that. No one does that. And I said, I'm not interested. And I remember pulling off, and that voice on my shoulder says, hey, really? What if it is real? I said, it's not. And I argued with that voice for 15 minutes, hey, I'm not going to do it. Why would I give them that money, when it's not going to work? That was my thinking. I wasn't as smart as a lot of you that got it right away. I just didn't. I didn't see the videos or anything before. I just, Candace had told me about it. And I remember driving home and that voice on my thing, and I just kept arguing with it. By the time I got home, I knew I was not going to sleep that night because they kept saying, hey, you spend more than that on dinner. It's $102. What are you thinking, and what if it is real? And it was more or less a chance I took. And man, September 1st, 2018 was probably the best decision I've ever made in my life. And now I meet all these people, and I tell you, I've met incredible people. Of course, I knew Julie from a previous time, but we've got much closer on this. We talk all the time, and it doesn't matter even what time of day it is. It seems like we can talk, but I've met so many great people, Marty, Red, all the founders, man. I think of everyone that I've met, Lynn Nakamoto, and just made great friends, Chris Johnson, and even when we went to Boston, what an experience to sit down with other founders. And I can't wait till that gets bigger because there's a lot of you that I just want to hug, but I have to give you a virtual one right now. But one of these days, man, I'm going to get to do the real thing. And I love every one of the founders. And it's just so exciting being in this. Even if nothing ever happened, I got way more than my money's worth just going through the pandemic and having the webinars and meeting people and stuff. It's an incredible deal, and like I said, listen to Ash all the time to get those golden nuggets. I've paid thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to be in meetings before that I got nowhere near what I get in one session off of Ash. Sometimes I have to listen to it to 2 or 3 times to make sure I get it all, but I try to make sure I get it up. But my time is up, so I'm on to the next one. You up, Julie? Julie, tell us about yours.
All right, thank you, Milo. Okay, so you hear the amount that Milo is sharing with us. That's 3 minutes, right? As you understand, in the Julie and Milo show, we love to hear everyone speaking. And if you're watching Milo, he would do this. That's kind of like the signs, all right? You're going out of time soon. So I'm going to speak my Onpassive story. My Onpassive stories, and it has never changed. It's always that story. When Milo told me about Onpassive, I had no idea what it was. I attended a few webinars from the very beginning. This is in March 2019. And I have a confession to make. Every time I go to webinar, about 5 minutes in, I'm out, like sleeping, right? Because I didn't understand it. And I could not understand what it was. I was in a little bit of the multi-level marketing company before that. I was in the middle of the road. I'm not sure what to do, right? At that time, my mind, my brain was completely blocked. I couldn't understand. And I saw Ash talk. I still don't get it. I'm like, this guy speaking another language. I didn't understand it, right? But I didn't give up. I'm always staying around. Milo always keep me up. Hey, join this webinar. Okay, I'll be there. 5 minutes in, I am out. When he launched multiple products, I still couldn't understand it because I didn't grasp enough. It was so much information. And then I sat down, I pray. And I have this praying that I always do. But for that particular prayers, I said, Dear God, everything that has happened in my life was to do it, to make money, to survive. I didn't like it. I didn't love it. I didn't have the passion to do it. I made good money in real estate. I had my own restaurant. I had my own business, my salon. I've done everything. I even own a landscaping company and construction company. I've done so many things in life, but it was just to have enough to survive or not enough. I never do it with a full passion like I am doing it now in Onpassive. So I asked God, I said, please give me a sign, some sign. Let me understand something because I don't get it. And when Ash tell us about Catmo, and I say this again, I still didn't understand. I I shoot a video at that time. I sent it to Milo. And this is how I spell Catmo. CTAMO. You know that's wrong, right? And Milo said, it's great. And I'm like, I watched it again and I'm like, no, I spelled the Catmo wrong. But you know what? Because I made mistakes and because I came in, God gave me the sign. And when I understood Catmo, and now the knowledge that I have in
Okay, so what did you get? Yeah. What did you get?
I get a lot, Brianna, like a lot. I don't know if she asked me, but the amount of knowledge, the friendships, the love that I have, I guarantee you I could never find it anywhere else, right? My entire life, I could never find anywhere else. And yes, God give me that wisdom to understand, to be able to connecting dots, to be able to connect, thoughts and feelings and a whole lot. And since that day, I'm always keeping that smile in my face. There's no sad moment in my life. A friend of mine called me today. You seem very busy, but you're very happy. I said, exactly, because I'm in Onpassive. And I asked her, I said, you have an Onpassive position. Why don't you look in it? If you want to have the joy, the happiness, the satisfaction that I have today, you still can have it too. And that's the story. And that's my beginning story of Onpassive. And nothing will ever change that story. And it's going to get better and better and better. Not only for myself, but for every single people come across my life. And I guarantee it. If you come across my life and you don't have that kind of happiness that I have or the satisfactions that I have today, that is only the beginning. And I will make sure that you have that. So Milo, that's my story. And I don't know if it makes sense to you, but that's my story. And I'm going to stick to it.
Awesome. Good job, Julie. Great job. All right. I see we got some hands up. So let's go right into it and get to the hands. Mr. Richard Lamoth from Canada. Come on down, brother. He's been around a long time.
I love all you beautiful men, women, and children of the world from the bottom of my heart. Onpassive, after losing thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in all kinds of things, my friend from Thailand, which originally is from Canada, told me, well, we finally found one. We finally found the right one. I says, okay, we'll check it out. So I checked it out and we got to phone Ash. And right away, what I saw was water and food and homes and farms, people dancing in the streets, miles and miles of tables full of food. The whole world was blessed. And that's why, oh, blessed to me is one of the most important things that ever happened to Onpassive. I remember when we first started, my Lord, everybody was saying, Ash was saying, well, we're going to start up. We're going to start up. No. We want more people. We want more people. My Lord, I never thought that we'd hit 1.3 million beautiful, beautiful human beings from all over the world. It gives me so much joy. Onpassive is my life now. I've got a lot of negative people around me. I don't even bother to go see them because Onpassive is my world and I know what's coming. And I'll tell you, wow. My Lord, fire. Our ears will pop and we'll see it from the sky. I leave you all with that and a big kiss and a big hug to all of you.
Thank you, Richard. Did someone share the background or share the screen?
Someone is.
Brianna,
I think I did that by mistake. How do I get it off?
Just click on stop sharing. Brianna is.
Okay, I change it to host only. I don't know.
Oh, I thought that was me.
That's not
There
either.
we go. I
Brianna.
changed it to host only. I think only hosts should be able to share now.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Thank you, Richard, for sharing. Beautiful words. Thank you so much for being here every week. I appreciate you. All right, Gina Leva, good to have you with us. Please unmute your mic.
Hi, everybody. I have three things that sort of stick out in my brain as far as a story is concerned, because like Milo said, they're just, once you've been in for a while, the stories just keep coming and coming, and it just gets better and better. So the first thing was when my inviter, Fred Langschwager, told me about this, and I knew him from another project, but one of the phrases that he used when he was sharing the information was, "It's massive." And the power of that phrase, I've always enjoyed being part of something big. I've always known I was going to be part of something big. I went to a big school. I worked in a big company. I like being having a big sea to swim in, right? So that phrase, "it's massive," just sort of rang like a bell in my head. So that was the first. The second was when Ash was talking about space travel, and I mentioned this before, is that I just knew inside that I was with the right person. I was in the right organization, that we were going to do amazing things together, and go to the stars, literally. We're on such a beautiful technological journey. And so that was the second. And the third was when I started hearing people doing the Onpassive songs. And then I started to get this upswell of inspiration from everybody that was speaking, and from Ash himself. I was in a band years ago, and I haven't written or played out since my daughter was born. I really haven't done a whole lot. But all of a sudden, I had this huge feeling of inspiration. And I know Milo can relate to this, where I'm just like, I just want to write songs about Onpassive all day. Like literally, where I just want to sit down and write, and ideas keep coming and coming. And of course, we have other things to do in our lives, so I can't stop and do only that. But just the idea that I was able to sit down, and I don't even play the piano. I literally it was the only thing at my disposal right now that I could record. So I sat down and I wrote one, and then I wanted to write another one. And then Bill Musk made the videos, and it was just, I felt so supported creatively to be able to express myself and feel that it was making a difference, and that I was acting as a voice for other people who felt equally happy and inspired by this amazing company. So those are my things. That's my story, and I just feel it's just going to get better and better from here. So thank you so much for letting me talk.
Awesome, Gina. That's great, man. I love that. I love the massive thing. I tell people that all the time. It's massive. It's bigger than you think, and it is. We don't even know how big it is. We can't even imagine how big it is. We only know a small portion of it. All right, next up, we got the Godfather himself, Mr. Arthur Gully. Come on down, Arthur. Whoops, hold on, Arthur. I think I jumped out of line. My bad. It should be Harold. Harold Fox is next. Harold, come on down and talk to it.
Good evening, everyone. Hi, Lynn and Milo and Julie. Normally, I wait until the last one to come on. By the time I come on, I'm sweating from head to toe. The day I said I'm going to do something different, I put my hand up immediately.
All right.
I'm somewhat I don't want to say an introvert, because I like people and I talk to people. I met Julie when she came here to Maryland for the conference she had. And I sat in the back. I didn't go and say anything, but I was just fascinated with it. My major in college was sociology. I wanted to change the world. Here I'm in Maryland, but we have Maryland, DC, and Virginia. We call it the DMV, the area. We're real close together. And I've seen so much. I've seen so many disasters, just people living in poverty, people not being able to eat regularly, to go to school, kids not being able to eat, go to school. And I wanted to change that. That was the reason I majored in sociology. So when my friend called me, we had been in quite a few other endeavors. So when he called me and said, "This is it, Harold, we're not doing anything else," I said, "Oh boy, here we go." He said, "Harold, this is a phenomenal bit. There's never been one like it." I said, "I heard that before." But he said, "No, this is totally different. You have to go on the webinar, listen to Mr. Ash, and find out exactly what's going on." I said, "Well, can you give me a little outline?" He said, "You don't have to recruit. You're gonna be wealthy, you're gonna have some apples that you can distribute to other people and help other people that are in desperate need for, some financial aid." I said, "Okay." So he gave me like three things that really clicked in my mind. I drove around. I said, "Okay, let me give you a call when I get home." Took me about an hour to get home. When I got home, the thoughts have been going through my mind. This is true. And then he told me it was I know the other thing. He told me it was $97. I said, "No way. No way it can be $97 with all these rewards and stuff." So to make a long story short, I signed up. It'll be 3 years in May. I mean, this makes it 3 years. I signed up May 2019. And this is the best thing. Of all the businesses that I've been in, I've never been in anything this long. And the other businesses have been launched. I see you, Milo. The other businesses have been launched. But this one, I will stay in it until eternity. That's how much I believe in it. This is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. Thank you for letting me share.
Thank you, Harold. Thank you so much for sharing. Yes, Onpassive is for life, right? So if you are out there watching on YouTube.
Good morning.
If you are currently watching on YouTube or Facebook, if you don't mind doing a hashtag, which is a number sign, Onpassive, all caps, for live, right? And that's exactly what we all feel, Harold. So thank you so much for sharing that. And I didn't know you were in Maryland. Wow. Anyway, Maryland is another opportunity that I've never believed that I was able to be on the stage with the room full of friends around the world and did a presentation. I loved it. Well, that's wonderful memories that I got to make here in Onpassive. And I so appreciate all of our friends in the DMV area. You guys are all amazing. I know Dr. Benny was there, Helen was there, so many people were there. So much love to you, and I can't wait. We'll do this again someday.
And I could never tell that you hadn't done it before. You were so professional. Okay.
You're so kind. Thank you so much. All right. Arthur Golly, the Godfather, is in the house. We love to hear your wisdom, Arthur. Please unmute your mic.
Thank you, Julie and Milo, the Julie Milo Show. I love the Julie Milo Show. First, I would like to say happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cynthia Brown. Happy birthday to you. And anyone else that has a birthday this month. Well, I'm excited about being here with my family and my global family. Onpassive. I'm always in the background. I may not be here at all the webinars, but I'm around. I haven't gone anywhere, and I'm not going anywhere. This is the only place I want to be with my family, called the Onpassivians. And when I started I was already doing marketing, some kind of marketing, and I don't really know my sponsor. I know that he was here. I don't know if he's still in the company or not, but I'm the type of person that when I learn about something and I take action, I don't need anybody to twist my arm or encourage me. I just take my time and I know where I'm going. I know where I want to go. And I know I just needed the right vehicle. And I've been doing something for 40 something years. I'll be 65 August 1st, and I'm still going. I will not give up. I will not give over. I will not give in. But when I did get involved in Onpassive, I knew what I was looking for. When I heard the 2 videos by Scott Nelson and Ash Mafari, that's all I needed to hear. And just listening to their voices, it reminds me of Miss Robin Noble. That type of voice, the voices that they had, it just drew me. And after listening, Ash was talking about some experiences that I have experienced, probably all of us have. And thinking of what he said, he was sick and tired of the way things were going. That was my feelings for 40 something years. I've been in a lot of programs and network marketing, you name it. I did it all, just about all of it. But I have never seen anything like Onpassive. And that's what we say. We have done, this is a paradigm shift with something that we are doing, have never been done before, have never been heard of before, have never even been seen before. And the proof of the pudding is in the eating. So if you don't know how the pudding tastes until you eat it. Onpassive had enlightening me to see the difference in what I was doing in the past and what is going on now. It's an evolution. We're not a company. We are a revolutionized movement doing something that the world has never seen. And when it comes to the apples and the charity, the oblast, there are so many benefits here. We don't know how big this is. When we started out, it was one thing, and then the value went up. Things started to change, and I saw the difference. When I started, it was 11,000 founders. In January 22, 2019, look what we have today. 1.3 million people, founders, like-minded people. Where do you find that at? Where do you find that many people that think alike, look alike in the vision that we have? It was Mr. Ash Mafari's vision, and we became partners in that and shared the same vision. Where do you find that? This is my global family. I enjoy being here more than I do around people I know and seen every day. Because we have to learn you have to be around the successful people. If you be around unsuccessful people, you will become unsuccessful. If you're around successful people, you become successful. That's a fact. If whoever you are around, you become what they are. So I would prefer to be positive and be around positive people than to be around negative people. I am above average. I think outside of the box. I believe that anything is possible. I don't care if you can think of it, it's possible.
It's been proven. Thank you, Arthur. It's so good to hear you, man. That's great stuff that you said. Next up, we have Miss Lois White. Come on down.
What happened to my camera?
We can hear you, Lois.
I don't know why my camera went off. I didn't stop the video.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We can
Yeah,
hear you.
so I hear it's crackling.
Your camera is on right now, Lois, but I'm gonna stop it so that the Wi-Fi can go through. Okay, so your voice can go through. Go ahead.
Okay, am I okay now?
Yes.
Okay, good. I've had a tough life, and then worked really hard, different jobs and raising my kids, even after I separated, married twice. And I was always wanting to help people. And it's and I really did at my jobs, but that wasn't enough. And I'm telling you, lots of trials and tribulations, but I knew there had to be more. I was always positive and looking for something. And I was in MLM too, companies, you know, and I just spent money, had to hide the stuff from my husband and everything. You know, it was very, very tough. And the best thing was when I happened to move to another state. And when I called my friend to find, well, I phoned her to find a place in Toronto, who I had in Toronto, and right away it was Onpassive. I jumped in right away because I wasted a lot of money in MLM, and I was so happy. I mean, I tried to get on every webinar I can, you know. I even take tons of notes, you know. I help my founders. Like, I just have a passion for what we're doing, and true humanitarians, all of us. And that's my goal, to help the world. And now we got the tool, you know, to help everybody worldwide. So that's my story. You know, I can't get enough of Onpassive. Every day, that's the first thing I do is turn on my computer and check what events are going on. So I won't keep it going, but it's my passion. Like, that's my job.
Absolutely,
To learn it.
Lois.
Thank you.
Absolutely. I love what you're sharing. And I believe that if we all get together and share this and take all of what we share here today, write a book, we have a Onpassive book coming from everyone. It's because everything that we are sharing here is so beautiful. And I'm so glad that you know, we can get together twice a week, because a lot of other programs are talking about technology, talking about marketing. But when you come to the Julie and Milo show, to me, it is a family show where we're family sitting together and share. So I really appreciate, I know that Milo and I always appreciate all of us coming and sharing their story. And that makes us, that make the culture of Onpassive. So thank you so much, Louis, for sharing what you just did. All right, Dr. Benny, good to have you here. We're twinsy today. At
Yes,
least
indeed.
put my head up.
Thank you, Sister Julie, Brother Milo. I just want to take this special moment to welcome each and everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to my brothers and sisters on this amazing webinar in different parts of the globe. Thank you, Sister Julie, for giving me this amazing opportunity. Well, I do have a lot to say, but I'm just going to take that 3 minutes, right? Anyway, I joined Onpassive because I was looking for a financial freedom to pay off my school loan. You guys know my story about school loan. As you guys know, my 9-to-5 job cannot pay off my school loan. I mean, if I did not join Onpassive, I know it's going to take me 30 years. I don't know how long I will stay on earth. But I want to take this special moment to thank Dr. Helen for giving me this opportunity. Despite the fact that she gave me this opportunity, but she did not really tell me the real thing, the importance of Onpassive. But like I said, 2 weeks later, our Papa Africa make me to understand about Onpassive. Remember, no recruitment, it makes me happy. No auto shipment, I am so happy. Now, we have viable and legitimate product that makes me so hyper, very, very happy. Now, knowing that we have organic products, I am so thrilled. Now, guess what? Another time I was in August, I met Sister Julie for the first time in history. Since then, I have been chatting with her, and I want to thank you. If you didn't come to Maryland, I wouldn't have ever seen you. Thank you so much. Now, I just want to tell you guys the assurance. Another reason why I am here today, the assurance. Our CEO reassured me that my school loan will be paid in one transaction. You guys may not understand. Onpassive is not a joke. Do you guys know, have you guys ever seen this real man, a good man? This man who has the best heart, this man who loved humanity. Our CEO is here to correct corruption. People don't really know. He is here also to eradicate poverty and to uplift humanity. And guess what? I fell in love with Onpassive. Do you know when? March the 30th of 2020, when Onpassive was introduced into the world. A lot of people still don't understand. But since then, my dear, I have not been sleeping on. I am not lying. I do have a lot to say, but I want to take this moment to thank our God for sending our CEO to us, Mr. Ash Mufare. Guess what he said? Either I do or I die, which meant that he did not refuse what our Lord sent him to do. He did not. He saw the vision. We have seen the vision. Guess what? We have more than 1.3 million, right? 650,000 of our founders came from India. They saw the vision. And I expect each and every one now, let us go out there and spread the good news, because we don't want anyone to suffer again. Amen? Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Benny. Thank you. All right, and next up, we got the Marshmallow Man himself, Mr. William DeLone. Come on down, brother.
Hello. Hi, Milo.
Hey, William. How you doing?
Happy birthday, Cynthia.
Oops, I think you're muted.
Thank you, William.
Are you there? Okay, William, go ahead.
Yes, I had a visit from my younger sister. And she has some background she's going to give me that she created. And I have a position for my sisters. I'm putting that in a trust account so the money is divided equally, which is really going to be good. So now I'm dreaming a lot. So I'm dreaming of going back to Hamilton and building a church and having choir people and singing all the time. Plus, I'll be walking again and dancing. I just want to mention a story about in the Bible about Bethsaida, where the man was crippled for 38 years. I kind of relate to that because it says after he met him outside, he said, now that you can walk and free, go sin no more. Or because it's worse than being crippled. I hope you understand that. So my intentions are humanitarian now, like lifting up humanity. So when the apples start falling, it's God that's going to put us in positions to help humanity. So we are going to make a statement in this world. I believe that so much, like David and Goliath. David when he slew the giant, he was left behind. He was by his parents too. So I relate to that story too. So life is terrible, but Onpassive is lifting humanity and giving us plenty of hope.
That's right, William. We can feel your emotion, and I believe you are going to walk. And I believe that you're going to be taking the first steps dancing with me. So I will be honored just to be there and take the first. You might have to lead me because I don't know how to dance, but I will be right there to celebrate you, William. So thank you so much to share. You've grown so much. All right, we'd love to have you here with us today. Thank you, William, for sharing that. All right, up next, I see Marcian Hamabu, my sister from Houston, Texas. Good to have you with us, Marcian.
Thank you, Julie, for having me. Growing up, I always wanted to be a philanthropist, a star, a going around helping people. I thought my dream was dead until I found Onpassive. I think I was looking at the life down, but Onpassive make me look at the life right at the top. So my story is so amazing. This has been a great journey for me. I know so many people around the world now. I can go to any country I want. I am a star that I wanted to be because of Onpassive. I can go around. I'm just the happiest person of the world. This is the company that will give you joy on your face. If you get in, you are just happy person just by being in, because everything is so positive. You don't have negativity in this company. Your dream, if your dream was dead, this company wake it up for you. This company is the company that wake dream up. So when you go to bed, you feel like you are not dreaming. He will tell you, hey, look, this is what you have to do the next day. And you will realize it. Just take a piece of paper, upgrade it. I have upgraded my dream. Even my way of talking to people, my way of doing things have changed. And I know in the positive way. So I just want to say thank you, Onpassive. Thank you, Onpassive Love. Thank you, Ash Mufara. Thank you, Oh Bless. Thank you to the world to come and join us and let us be the happiest person in the world. Thank you so much for having me. I am so happy.
Thank you, Marcian. And it is good to be dreaming again. We all got big dreams. And next up, we got all the way from Michigan, my home state, Miss Joyce Hicks. Come on down, girl.
Hello, Milo. Hello, Julie. Hi, everyone. I am so excited about Onpassive in this journey. My inviter was Fred Lenswinger as well. And when he told me about it, he sent me a video from Jeffrey Murlock. And when I heard Jeffrey, I'm like, I'm in all the way. I don't care what it is, just give it to me. So I was so excited. And I've been looking for Onpassive all my life. And God put it in my path. And I am so happy. I've met so many beautiful brothers and sisters, family, that I would have never known. I've done so many things, adventures and MLMs and everything, you know, lost a lot of money, spent a lot of time running on that hamster wheel. But when Onpassive came, it was something different, something that I knew that I had to be in, that I needed to be in. And, you know, just meeting everyone, being here on these webinars is just so refreshing. I look forward to it. And then just meeting Mr. Ash Mafara in person was like, just seeing him as a person, seeing his heart and who he was, it just solidified everything for me even more. And just being on this journey, we have a small group. And when I joined, I told Fred, I'm not telling anyone, I'm just, you know, going to do this and see what happens. And then probably 75, 80 people later, here we are, you know, with people that I told, and it word of mouth, and they told people. And I love it, as Dr. Biddy said, you don't have to, you know, chase people anymore, or, you know, just recruit or do anything. You just talk to people about it. That's all I do. And I'm just so excited. Jean, I love you, my sister. And happy birthday, Cynthia, my sister. And I want to also thank Chris Johnson for inviting me to talk one day. My brother from another mother inviting me to talk one day, and I stepped out on faith. And I'm just so thankful to you, Chris. He asked me to be an angel, and just, you know, everyone that I've met in this business, so many brothers and sisters. So I'm going to stop here, but I just love you all. I'm just so thankful. And Julie, my sister, I love you. Just everyone. I love you guys so much. There's so many people, I can't name them, but can't name everyone. Love you guys. And so appreciate you for everything that everyone does and Onpassive, behind the scenes, up front, and everything. So keep doing what we're doing, and we are in it to win it, and we will do this. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak.
Absolutely, Joyce. Thank you so much for being part of the Michigan Angels and everything that you do on your end over there. Every time you spoke beautifully. And thank you so much for spending time with Celestine the other day. She appreciate you very much. You know, up next is the lady who celebrate her big C60 today. and we wanted to do a little thing special for her in our show today, but everyone wanted to say happy birthday to Cynthia. So I don't know, Milo, are you ready do you want to sing happy birthday to her now, or do you want to wrap it up with her birthday song? I don't know. Are you ready?
I can do it right now, man. I'm ready.
All right, let's do that, and then we have her speak. All right, go ahead.
Cynthia's been around forever on the Julie and Milo show, and we appreciate her. And I got to meet her out in Philadelphia, me and you, Julie, and it was great. So let's all sing happy birthday. Keep your mics muted if you would, but otherwise it just messes it up. But here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Happy birthday,
to you.
Happy birthday.
Hold on. Sorry. If we all sing, we can't hear. So let's mute our mic, and then Milo will, because if everybody's singing, it doesn't sound good. I don't think Cynthia would enjoy
you
that.
You guys can sing along if you want to, but just don't unblock your mic if you
just
would.
mute your mic. It would be
all right,
great.
here we go.
Thank
1,
you so much.
2, 3, 4. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cynthia. Happy birthday to you from your Onpassive family. All of us say happy birthday, girl. Back to you, Julie.
Happy birthday to you, my dear sister. I do
you.
hope that your day has filled with love, joy, and happiness and peace. I hope you spend some time for yourself, take a lot of break, and also your family celebrate you today, because it's very important. 60, that's a good number. I love it. Congratulations and happy birthday to you, my dear sister. It was great meeting you in Boston and hug you. Boy, that was our memory. So
yes, thank you. That's what I wanted to say. That's my ultimate thing about Onpassive is I actually met Ash and you all, Jeffrey. I can't believe I met Jeffrey and Dr. Bill Williams, you know, and you and just everybody. I just love everybody. And like every time I go to a webinar and it's like I almost know everybody on the screen. I've been in this thing for 3 years and I'm just loving it. My hands are so messed up. But for the life of me, I can't stop typing. I can't stay away from Onpassive. My computer breaks on me. I just can't stay away. I love it so much. I love you all. I love Onpassive. You're my family. And I thank you all. Thank you all for being on this journey with me.
Cynthia, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And that's one thing we got in common is the journey. All of us that are here now, we're on the journey, and we're going to be able to talk about things other people won't know anything about, so enjoy the journey. Thank you so much, Cynthia. And once again, happy birthday to you.
Thank
All right.
you.
And next up, we got Mr. Momodu. Come on down, brother. Momodu, are you here?
Yes, Mr. Milo. Good evening, Miss Julie, and everybody. Sorry, as usual, I can't turn my video on. I'm in the middle of taking care. My story about Onpassive, since I came to this country, I've been working in the nursing field, helping people, So one day I went to work, my fellow co-worker met me and said, "Oh, Jalo, though I want you to take a look at this thing." He said, they took it to us yesterday in our church. So my husband register into it. So I want you to take a look at it. So let me call my husband to give you the website. So she did, and since I look at the website, and he connected me to the Zoom webinar with Mr. Charles. Oh my goodness, since I became a founder on October 26, 2020, and I started listening to Charles Osong and all the webinars that was at that time, and since then, my goodness. So all the worries, everything that was with me has been put at rest. And since then, I've become peace of mind because I know all my dreams will be achieved. So I don't have much to say. I just want to keep thanking my co-worker who gave me this opportunity. And for you all, the Zoom organizers, for educating us, just to thank you. I don't have much to say, Mr. Milo. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you, Momodu. Thank you for always coming to the Julie and Milo show, and really appreciate you tell your story. Thank you. Even when you're busy, you're still coming on. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. I like to introduce the next speaker. She's a dear sister of mine, and I believe she found her love in Onpassive. So, Ms. Pam Turner, if you would please share with us. Tell us your Onpassive story.
Hi, everybody. Thank you very much, Julie. Yeah, 3.5 years almost, another month and it'll be 3.5 years. And the people that I've met, and aside from the love of my life, I'm not aside, but just starting off, like Polly came to Toronto and I met Sandra and Polly and Listra, and we all had coffee and had a great afternoon. I've met William, and bless his heart, I'm trying to make sure he starts walking. I did throw him out of his wheelchair, totally accidentally, but it was wonderful to meet him. David Otto I've met. And then everybody down in Stratford, Jim Bell and Harry, and oh gosh, so many. I'm sorry, I'm not going to be able to name them all. But all during this time, I've learned so much technology-wise and met so many beautiful people. And of course, started talking every night for a whole year to Kevin. And I've been here for 4 months with Kevin. Everything's fine. We're loving every minute of it. And Macy loves me. He's getting jealous. So I just want to thank all of you and Ash and Onpassive. And it's been a fabulous journey so far. And we've only just started. I love you all. Cynthia, you know I love you. Happy birthday, sweetie. Have a great evening, everybody. Love you.
Thank you, Pam. Sorry, Milo. I got to jump in really quick. I know it's your turn, but you know, as you know, when Pam said Kevin, she meant Kevin Rutledge. They both found each other in Onpassive, and I think that's just really beautiful, right? And she also said the love of my life. So, all right, Milo, I'm sending it back to you.
Awesome. Thank you, Pam. Pam was one of the first ones we had on our show way back when. And of course, Kevin is the only one that's ever been on Just a Julie show. But other than that, they met together and it's great. All right, next up, we have all the way from Michigan, Miss Amy Rydecki. Come on down, Amy, and talk to us.
Hello, everyone. Good to see everyone here. Actually, I can only see myself and Milo on my phone, and then I look over here and I can see all of your wonderful faces. So if you see me looking back and forth, it's because I want to see all of you guys. My family, you can't see it. Anyway, it's my computer screen. So I'm happy to see all of you, and I'm thankful for all the friends that I've been making. And happy birthday, Cynthia Brown. You sent me such a wonderful little message the other day, Cynthia, and I just appreciate that. So it's just great having made friends here, and I know it's just going to keep getting better. And thank you, Ash Mafar, for opening up my mind and my heart again, so that we can all dream again. I've heard that as a common theme today, but that's what I wanted to share tonight. Was you've opened up my mind to dream again, and my husband as well. So it's really, really awesome being here. Thanks for letting me speak, Milo. I knew you would string me up if I did.
Good to hear from you, Amy. Always good to hear from you, you and Mike.
Always good to hear from Amy. Every time she spoke, she has a lot of emotion in, and so good that you spoke today, Amy. Thank you for being here. All right, David Rosalski from USA. David, if you would please unmute your mic.
Hello. How you doing?
Doing fantastic.
I just wanted to share my story real quick. I mean, with Onpassive, it's been a real evolution for me. I started doing construction back about 1982. Been, beating my body ever since. And I finally was getting to a point where I was just having trouble. I can't even really work anymore. And I started trying to do work from home, online marketing, multi-level scam after scam after scam. And I ran into a really wonderful fellow. His name is Sergio. He's a founder as well. He introduced me to Onpassive. And it was at that point when I got in, it was me. I'm trying to survive. I had lost my, my business. I lost my home. I lost my family. I lost everything. I was trying to put everything back together. And, so things started going a little better. I'm obviously doing a little better, but I started plugging into Onpassive and hearing about it. And, there was about 134,000 founders back then. So it was just, still hustling, trying to do the marketing, see what I can learn. I couldn't wait till this thing came through so I could make some, quick apples, but as it evolved and I started really plugging in and finding out how the business was evolving, and I was listening to the leadership council, who was just really inspiring, and I just started figuring out, wow, I don't have to worry about this stuff anymore. So I figured, well, if I got one position, more is better. So I started getting more, a couple more positions. Let's compound. Let's see what I can do for me. And then listening to, the leadership council, listening to Ash talk, listening, to the other founders talking about what's going on in their hearts. I just started having a revelation. I had another epiphany. I was like, it doesn't matter who you are. We're all born, we live, we die. Other than that, we've got something else in common that we all have. Doesn't matter how long we live, how frugally or extravagantly we live. There's only so many apples in this life we need. The rest of it, well, that's just going to be a collection. A collection doesn't really do a lot for anybody. I've been seeing Gates and Bezos and all these people, they're doing all these things, saying how we're going to help people, but it's basically they're just keeping us in our place and, cleaning us out. So I've been berating, those people for decades. Look at what they're doing. They're living off of us and they're not doing anything. So I figured, instead of doing all this collecting, I went out and I started a business. I got a little LLC. I'm waiting for Onpassive to start so I can get that ball really rolling. I'm going to start helping people. Then I heard Chris talking about the angels. I really got inspired. I signed right up, and I broke out notebook after notebook, and I'm fixing, coming up with ideas and plans, and I'm listening to everybody talk, and I'm expanding that plan. I want to put a whole bunch of stuff together, put it on the platform so we can all use it, and really try to do something. And I got to say that I think Onpassive and everybody, all of us are here. I think everybody really helped save my soul. And I just wanted to say thank you. I'm really appreciative.
Oh, that was awesome stuff, David. Awesome stuff. I like to say on the show, a lot of times on our Julie and Milo show that Ash said, I might not be able to change everybody's world, but I can change somebody's world. And then I said, hey, Onpassive is changing the world one person at a time. And it started with Ash Mufaro. And if you put those two together, that is a big, big statement. Because now we got 1,300,000 people that can be changing the people's world. When we first come in, I think all of us, it was what it was going to do for me and what it was going to do for me. And then all of a sudden your heart connects with Ash's and your mind and your heart connects together. And you realize that this is a lot bigger than that. This is about humanity. This is about helping people. This is about, and we're going to get such great joy out of it that it's going to be unbelievable. But thanks for sharing that with us. That was awesome. And next up, we got Miss Judy Oliver. Come on down, Judy.
Hello, everybody. I just wanted to say that when I was a teenager, I was a candy striper, which is somebody that goes in and I was reading letters and books to the elderly. So I always felt really good about doing something for somebody else. I've always needed and wanted to help people. And whenever I have some money in my pocket, I give to the people on the corner. I don't judge their life. So I'm really happy that I'm going to be able to give more. And another thing I want to say is that my daughter is a life coach. And when she talks to women, especially, they don't know how to dream anymore because they've been taking care of everyone besides themselves. And she asked them, what would your life look like? If she waved a magic wand, what would it look like if money was not a problem? And most of them didn't have an answer. So a lot of people, I think, have forgotten how to dream or don't allow themselves to because they're so busy, like with children or jobs or whatever it is, So I just want to say that I'm kind of in the same boat, but now I feel like I have a purpose, and I really am enjoying my life because of my Onpassive family. So I just wanted to thank everybody, and I'm getting emotional again, but thank you all for being there. I enjoy every webinar and just getting to know everybody better. So thank you for letting me talk.
Thank you so much, Judy. And I'm so glad you brought that point up because I'm so resonate with what you're saying. Before Onpassive, before I understood Onpassive, I didn't know how to dream, and yes, there's not only just women, but I'm sure there's men out there that just don't know how to dream because
Right.
they don't see the capability, the ability to be able to dream, because everything that you dream is like it's almost impossible.
Right.
But when we all understood of Onpassive, we know that our impossible dream turned into possible. And when we did our story, a lot of our friends here that came to the Julie and Milo show for the interview, they have dreams about doing this and doing that. A lot of those dreams has already in the plan. And I believe so wholeheartedly. When I told my story in the Julie and Milo show, all I said was, I want to be the angel and show up where expected. I still have that dream. And I want to carry out that dream. And I want to be able to show up anywhere, anytime when the people are not even expected. But you know what? Till today, there is so much more than just being an angel. Right? I've learned some more things. I connect with more people. So Judy, thank you so much for bringing that point on. And I also wanted to use what Judy is saying is that we now have the ability, because of Onpassive, you can dream whatever you are dreaming, no matter how big or no matter how far reached it is. With Onpassive, I believe we are going to be to make our impossible dream turn into possible dreams. And possible dreams are not 10,000 years, not 10 years, but it's so close. So women, men, if you put someone else before you, take a look, allow yourself to dream. And that's my little thought. Thank you, Judy, for bringing that up. And
Sure.
I'm with you,
Beautiful.
girl. Let's continue to dream.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you, Judy.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. All right. Key Window. Every time I see this guy on the webinar, I'm always smile because I know that he gets some breaks. So Key, if you would please unmute your mic.
That's sweet of you, Julie. Thank you for that. Yeah, I'm on about 3 hours of sleep today. I think the 5 lives that I have on life support, we're thankful for what I did for them last night. They're still here on this earth, but anyway, that's another subject. I want to clear the air a little bit with something. I was on the Seaside Chat Sunday, and I just wanted to. Some of you may have been there. I didn't mean to disrespect the 4Tech guys by any means. They're valuable. I appreciate their knowledge and what they bring to all of us. And to see their excitement in what Ash is doing is powerful. But for me, I believe in Onpassive, heart and soul, lock, stock, barrel, son, done deal. To understand the integral parts of a data center or technology, for me personally, I don't need it. I don't need to understand that because I trust Ash. But hearing those guys kind of is an affirmation to that point. But I didn't mean to sound that because I said I don't listen to them. I just don't have the time, guys. I don't have 16 hours a day, 7 days a week to sit on webinars. I don't have the time. And I focus my time on where it is and spending time with all you. I've interacted with most of you here. Lynn's doing a fabulous job with those guys and, what she brings to the table. And I applaud them. I mean, it's awesome. Their skill set and their knowledge is not something I have a lot of interest in. I'm thankful for it, but it's kind of like if I went to an airport to get on a plane to go to Boston or wherever, I'm paying my money to hire professional service because I trust their brand, be it American Airlines, Transcontinental, Blue, whatever, whoever. I don't have to interview the pilot. I don't have to go talk to the FFA. I don't have to sit down and talk to the air traffic controller. I don't have to understand the integral parts of what flight path we're taking and what altitude we're going to go. I buy my seat, I have a drink, I relax, I sit back, and I trust them because I paid them to get me from point A to point B, i.e. Onpassive. I trust Ash. I'm going to be a customer, a loyal customer. I'm going to pay my subscription fee, and my centers that I have are going to get me from point A to point B. My point B is to retire, like Chris, to be able to enjoy the finer things in life, and not have to get up at 4:30 in the afternoon to go to the hospital, to be there at 7, to get home at 9 a.m. the next day, and to see X numbers of overdoses or gunshot wounds to the head because life didn't work out for that individual. And guys, money's not the answer. If you're not happy with who you look at every day in the mirror, if you're not happy now, $1 million in the bank, it's not going to make you happy. I don't think a dollar figure is happiness. I think happiness comes from you being happy with who you are within and what you do with that. If that's helping others, like what Chris is, where Chris's heart is and wants to do, that makes Chris happy. Awesome. I think if you ask Chris, I don't think it's a bank account. I think it's his willingness to want to help others. And I think a lot of us, that's what we see in Onpassive. So the tech guys, I do appreciate you. I'm thankful that you're a part of Onpassive and you take the time out of your day willingly and freely to explain the technical side of things. I trust your opinion. I'm happy to see you excited, but I'm already a believer. You know, I'm like the fish on the hook. I'm in. I'm got. You know?
Thank you, Keith. Thank you very much. All right, and next up we have Miss Willow Griffith. Come on down, Willow. Talk to us, girl.
I wasn't planning to talk today. I had such a disaster with Zoom yesterday that I'm traumatized. I could hardly wait for Okonek. I just want to say, you all know my story. I don't want to go through the long, boring thing about an 81-year-old woman still thinking she can kick it. But I'll tell you, I can. And Ash Mafara has given me a new lease on life with Onpassive. The number of people I've connected with in the last 3 years is astronomical. And at the top of the list, we have some of the finest leaders I've ever met in the world. We have people that care about your heart, like our darling Chris and my friend Marty and Julie and Milo, and we can go on and on. But more so, I feel, you know, we were talking about dreams. Well, I'm a dream maker for a lot of people. I bring them out of their depression. I work at that every day with battered women that have forgotten how to play and don't have even one little concept about dreaming because the reality is so harsh, they cannot move forward. I know about dreams. Dreams are glimpses of our own manifestations. And the more we dream, the more things come into our lives. And without dreams, we are really, really losing out. So I'm a firm believer with Judy Oliver and our darling Tinkerbell down there. Julie, I dream big. And since I got into Onpassive, and my grandson is like Key, he works in the medical field as a caregiver of, he works all the time. He's so burned out that we can't even talk to him anymore. I want to give him a future. And Ash has provided that for me. You know, I can't tell you how I feel in my heart about Onpassive. My daughter, my little daughter doesn't understand it. My big daughter understands it. And I call my, neither one of them are over 5'5", so none of them are big, but they're my babies. And during our journey, I've lost all of my sisters in my family, and I'm the last of my family. And well, I have one older sister. Excuse me, I forgot Rita. And I lost my son and my oldest daughter. And I have learned about loss and tragedy. And I didn't give up. I just kept pushing forward because I understand what life is like on the other side. And, you know, we all have a place here, and we're born into this world for this time that we're living right now. You chose this. You chose to be here at this time because we have something really particular to give to the world. And Onpassive has leveled the playing field so we can get the word out there that what is going on is not correct. It is corrupted, and we're going to uncorrupt it. And having that in your heart, who cannot dream? I can sit down all day and find ways I want to change the world I'm living in. And I hope you all feel that way too. So we can send Key home for a vacation of a lifetime. So we can start again. And you know, like little Cynthia, first time I talked to her, I thought she was in her 30s. You know, I had no idea she turned 60. So I said before, and I say it again, she's our representative. She is somebody that we all relate to, this darling girl. So happy birthday to you. And I hope you with me, we're going to belong to that 90s group that are still driving our cars and doing what we're supposed to be doing. I hope you all come and see me on my show. Cynthia's going to help me get my stuff together too. It was almost have you ever heard of the, I know you've all heard of the Three Stooges. Well, I had invited one of my members to be with me, and I tell you, we had to giggle over it. It was like one bad thing after another happened, Zoom blew up, and then I got on Restream, and Restream was showing us like little people, oh, it was hilarious. So next show I do this week, I hope I can offer more than I offered the last one. But I love you all, and I hope that you remember Chris Johnson's Angel Group and his loving heart. I missed his show this week, and I was sad in my heart because I missed it. But I had, on one day, I got 27 calls for people that were in trouble. 27. I was working till 4 in the morning, and I took my last call at 4:15. So I know what he does. I do things in a different way. I'm not there in body, but I am there in spirit. Women that were attacked on the street, children that were shot in the head. When you hear the stories out there, and then you see a beautiful man like Chris Johnson out there working his heart out. And Peter Scher, I tell you, is God sent. He's a God sent human being. We are really in good hands here. We're with a group of people that are worthwhile, and our darling Milo is clapping at me. So I'm going, Milo. Thank you.
Thank you, sweet Willow. Thank you, sweet Willow. So good to have you here. I love hearing you speak. You've mentioned a lot of names, and that list that your mentions are continuing every single day, every single one here on the screen has done something, has put their own brick into building this something called the House of Onpassive. It doesn't matter what you call it, another piece of puzzle for me to build this art of Onpassive. Every single one of us are special, right? Because without Joyce Hicks, without William DeLone, we wouldn't be able to sit here and talk. Without any one of us, it's a missing piece, I believe, and that's so special what Onpassive is all about, the culture, the people, right? So to me, Onpassive is the very best. We have the bestest CEO in the world. We have the bestest products in the world. We have the best people, the most beautiful culture, and we are coming everywhere around the world. We can sit here in front of Zoom for hours and hours and talking, and we're still enjoying each other's company. Imagine all of us getting together. Wow, that would be amazing. And I believe that day will come very soon. So thank you so much for speaking today. All right, little Elaine, good to have you. You always looking great and professional on Zoom. We're so glad that you're here with us.
Thank you, Judy and Milo, for having me on this program. March the 20th, 2019 is when I was introduced to Onpassive. And at that time, I thought, oh my God, just another one of those programs where I've lost money. And when I came to those programs, I felt that it was my responsibility to pay people back who lost money with me. And my goal was to find a way that I could give everybody their money back. So when I heard about Onpassive, and one of the things that excited me is the fact that you don't have to recruit. I thought, oh my God, thank you, Lord. I don't have to recruit, so I don't have to pay anybody back because I'm not going to talk to anybody about the program. So I began to listen, look, and I thought, you know, this is different. There's something about this is different from what I've been in other programs. Other programs, I never saw the owner, never knew nothing but a name, didn't even know whether it was a real person or not. And when I got into Onpassive and was introduced on the phone, on the webinars to Mr. Ash, I thought about the book of Psalms, 139 chapter of Psalm, talks about unique. And I saw him fitted into that role as being unique, different. And then I went to Ephesians 2nd chapter, and it talks about special and how special one can be. I saw Mr. Ash in that role as a special person, good words. And then went to Psalm 18, and it talks about strong, being strong. And you know, the Lord has allowed him to build a shield around Onpassive, that nothing can stop us because the shield is there. And then I went to Romans 8, and it talked about victorious, more than conquer. And Mr. Ash fits in all of those roles. And I can believe that Mr. Ash says that man will say, show me, and I'll trust you. But I believe God said to Mr. Ash, trust me, and I'll show you. And I believe that he actually is being used by God to deliver us from where we are. You know, I've heard people say that 3 years is a long time. But when I think about the length of time, if things were in place when I came in, I would not have had the opportunity to refer to you all as my family, refer to you all as my brother and my sisters, because everything would have already been in place. And I'm so happy that I can do that today. The opportunity of meeting you and hearing your testimony is just encouragement for me. So I thank you very much for being a part of this. And I will follow him wherever he goes. And there's a song that says, if you never do anything else for me, you've done enough. Thank you so much for having me.
Awesome. Thank you, Lily. That was a great outlook on it too. Beautiful, beautifully said. All right. And next we got up as Mr. Nelson Enbudge. I might have messed that last name up, but Nelson, come on down. Talk to us, brother.
Hi, good morning, all the beautiful brothers and sisters there. And well, God is good to us all. And I just wanted to say thank you to Milo and Julie's show. Julie is a person who is very energetic in her own way, and I thank God for her and Sister Lynn for them always keep in contact with me, sending me messages and encourages me to continue with our good work on Onpassive. My story of how I come to link with Onpassive is a long way. It's a long story. I've been scammed with so many networks, so-called networks, we all know them, from multivitamins to Bitcoins and etc. I lost more than $78,000 in all these scams, but I never lose hope. I know that God has got something for me out there, and I searched through the internet, and somehow I came across Onpassive through Mr. Miskar from India. And my mind is, oh, there's another scam again. So I might lose some money. And then I did not able to sign up. I kept on watching the videos. I watched Julie and Milo show. And gradually, the Holy Spirit spoke to my heart that this is the right place where you can go. There's a good thing out there. And then I watched our CEO, Mr. As Mufare, talking about all the things about Onpassive. And without delay, I went ahead and signed up under the link of my person who introduced me to Onpassive, Mr. Pushka Misra from India. Contrary to that, I was doing already by helping others in my own small way. I was elected president of the Rotary Club Philippines way back 2012 to 2013. And my burning heart for helping others kept on growing and growing and growing. So when I came across Onpassive, I know that this is the right place to be, to help myself and to help others in need. And God has strongly spoken to my heart. When you join Onpassive, there is no way for you to lose. There is no way for you to be like scam. This is the real place where you're supposed to be. That is how I get onto Onpassive without delay. Looking at the $97 plus $5, which is total of $102. I say, man, this is not a joke. This is God's blessing. Compared to the 78,000 I lost to all those scams out there, well, praise God for those criminals who got the money and run. But God is good to me, and He made this opening for me to become part of Onpassive family through our God-given founder, Mr. As Mufare. And thank God for Lynn and Julie for always keeping me up on my toes. Even in the middle of the night, like 2, 3 in the morning, my WhatsApp, my Facebook, the phone will come up. So I get up to read and then go back to bed. But what I am trying to say here is, wherever we are, wherever we went fail before, now we are on the right place. Keep our toes up, keep our hearts higher. Everybody here, God is good to us. Let's keep ourselves doing what God wanted us to do here.
Absolutely.
Thank you, and God bless you all.
Thank you so much, Nelson. Thank God for you. And exactly, the Spirit speaks. So we appreciate you being here with us, Nelson. Thank you so much for connecting with all of us. All right, let's see. Tim Dillon, you are up next. Tim, if you would please unmute your mic.
Hello, Julie.
Hi.
Hello, Milo.
Hey, Tim.
Hello to all of you folks. Oh my God. We are in such a great position. How do you like being part of history? We are in something so historical. We're not going to see the end of it. It's going to go on forever. Whether it's Ash, Omar, or even the little one, it's going to go, go, go. This is so enlightening and so wonderful. I won't say I, because it's we are fortunate to have been touched by the man upstairs to be part of this. I was touched by him just so I'm here today. And like Keith said, it's not about I, it's about we. We are going to do so much for so many. and not think a thing about it. That's the beauty of Onpassive. Thank you, Mr. Ashmafara, for bringing us this opportunity to help our fellow man across the globe. Thank you so much.
Tim, that was awesome. That was awesome. You brought up some great points there. You know, we are in good hands, and to think that you know, that Ash, and it will continue on, you know, and what better hands to be in than Omar. You know, that little kid is just brilliant, you know, and to think how this is going to evolve. And you are right. We will not see the end of history, because this will just keep growing and growing and growing. All right. And next up, we got Miss Lori Lund. Come on down.
Wow. Hi, everyone. Love you all. I'm just here as much as I can. Sometimes my video's off because I have a lot of pain and stuff. So anyways, but trying to be on today. And anyways, you know, back in 2016, I listened to a prophet, and Kim Clement. He has prophesied many things, and he prophesizes one thing back then. And I prayed to God that I could get in on that. And it was talked about, do not look towards Wall Street, he says. Look, you know, so I thought maybe it was Bitcoin or something, you know, and well, I lost Bitcoin and through someone who took it, and then, you know, and I was in on telemarketing stuff that I'm not a recruiter. I'm not good at none of this stuff. And, you know, and internet wise, I'm just barely learning all kinds of stuff. But, you know, he gives a prophecy and about something that, you know, goes across the land. You have a product you'll put on the internet and it will grow. And he talks of all the countries, and he says, you know, even God will write the check for you. And I have it on a recording. I've saved it, you know, and I just know that the prophecy he says is Onpassive. It's deep down in my heart, and I'm so glad that I'm here. And, you know, God just answers my prayers and keeps me going. And that's where I'm at. And I'm sticking to it. Anyways, I thank you all. And like you say, I can't wait to get together and give big hugs and put Chris on that big horse I'm going to find. Anyways, I love you guys.
Love you too, Lori. Thank you so much for always being here with us.
Yes.
All right. I'm so glad that Arthur is coming back to speak. And I'm so glad that you are here. All right, Arthur Gali would be our last speaker tonight. And after he spoke, we're going to talk a little bit about something. And then if you are currently have Loretta new song, if you would please just maybe one of us here. I don't have it here in my hand right now. So if you could please put that song in the chat and I could play it. All right. I could play it at the end of the song just so that we let everyone hear the new song that she made. And then also, let's talk about that later in a little bit. All right. So Arthur Gali, and then we still have time for Naga, but if you could please keep it as about three minutes, it would be fantastic. So Arthur, thank you for being here, and please go ahead and unmute your mic.
Thank you, Julie. I'll be here, as I said earlier. Mainly, I would like to say that I am excited about being part of history that in my generation and the legacy that I will leave behind because of Mr. Ashmafari and his vision. His vision has become my vision. I believe, I trust, just like anything else. I believe all we have to do is just wait on Onpassive to do what they have to do, give them the time, the credit, because without the tech team and without the vision of Mr. Ashmafari, we would not have this possible solution that would change the world, including humanity. I have never seen anything like it. And it says what he said it was. It's something that never been done before. And it is huge. It's bigger than we can imagine, even if we think we know it's big, and I'm glad to be a part of that. And I'm glad to be a part of this global family and Julie and Milo show. And thank you all for the opportunity. And let's all celebrate our life.
Awesome. I love it, Arthur. I love it. Great stuff. All right, then next up we got Mr. Naga. Come on down, Mr. Naga.
Thank you, sir. Hello, sir. Thank you. You are very, I like your style bringing. Yes, sir. I appreciate Julie ma'am and Lynn ma'am, all the panelists, and somebody get a birthday today. I'm very happy to wish him happy birthday to him. And I'm very happy to join in Onpassive. Since September 21, I joined. One person, Mr. Addanki Ramakrishna Reddy, is from Andhra Pradesh, nearby Telangana, Hyderabad. So he has given me opportunity, but I don't know him. Our family don't know him, but we get it by the grace of God. And also I pray for Ashma sir, and I am very appreciate all our leaders like Julie ma'am, Mr. Milo, Mr. Charles Osang, everybody. I am very happy to hear from them, and I am searching where is Julie Milo show, and I am bringing and I am entering inside the Julie Milo show. I am very much like to stay in this. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Naga. Always love that you're here with us. Thank you so much for coming on every show that we have. Really appreciate it. All right. We've got about 20 minutes left in our show. And I said Naga was the last one, but I see one more hand. All right, this is the last hand. We'd love to have MD Abraham, but this is going to be the last one. I will cut short of what I need to say. Let's bring this last hand coming on. Mr. MD Abraham, if you would please unmute your mic, we'd love to hear from you. Your mic is unmuted now. If you would please say something. Going once. Okay.
Okay, namaskar.
Namaste.
ऐसा भारे का भी नमस्कार. मैं इंडिया से अरबिया जिला से.
I'm so sorry, MD Joseph. Is MD Abraham still with us? Okay. All right. MD Joseph, I don't think we could understand because I know that you spoke in some of the show, and I don't think you are speaking English, so we couldn't understand you. So we're so happy that you're here. Namaste. All right. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here with us. I really appreciate it. Today, I wanted to share the list.
Hello, Julie ma'am. Excuse me. Don't worry. I can tell you in Hindi about the saying what is said by coming attendees. Okay.
Shatala, thank you so much. I appreciate you, but we are at this point are out of time for our show. I know that there is another webinar after this, so we have to move on and close our show tonight. So we're going to end it right on time. But if you would like to speak, again, please be more than welcome. Come on the Julie and Milo show. We do have we have the show on Wednesday night at 6:30 p.m. and on Saturday as well. And will continue to cover these topics, right? So you will have a lot more chance to come on and share that as well. I wanted to talk with everyone here who are on the Zoom right now. On March 30th, there's a group of founders that came to Boston and visit Mr. Ashmore. We have done the interview for everyone, almost everyone except myself, on the Julie and Milo show. So if you like to hear the founders that comes and share their very first time being with Mr. Ashmore, it's the link for that playlist is on the chat. So if you scroll up a little bit, you'll see it. It'll be shared from me. Or if you are a subscriber to the Julie and Milo show, you can find them there as well. Please go share, because a lot of the sharing there about Mr. Ashmore, if you haven't known already, we have the best and the best CEO in the world. So a lot of the founders that share that story there. And then if you're scrolling down a little bit, I know Loretto, she has done many songs, but one of her songs was the songs that in our Onpassive YouTube channel, and she started another one this time. I haven't listened to it fully, but I heard that it was really, really nice. So I'm gonna go ahead and click and play it here. Thank you, Jean, Aliva, for putting it in the chat. When we finish with the song, we're gonna wrap it up and we're gonna close the show. Okay, so let's, Jean, how long is the song, do you know? Sorry.
I'm not sure exactly, but it's just a few minutes. It's not that long. And if you need to cut it off, you could just cut it off.
Of course. Thank you. All right. I'm going to play it without sharing the screen. And it is now on Loretto channel if you like to hear it. So give us some minutes. It's going through right now.
It's 3 minutes and 39 seconds.
Thank you so much. It's streaming. Milo, do you have any last words or anything that you want to say or announcement before the song coming?
No, just say that we're all in a great place, founders. We are in the best place you could ever be in your life. And, I know we're all excited about it, and I can't wait for it to evolve, but for right now, let's just enjoy the journey. Enjoy what we have. And thank you for coming to the show tonight. If you wasn't here, we wouldn't have a show. Thank you, Julie.
Sorry, I try to stop it.
Okay.
All right, here it is. Beautiful. That was beautiful and very meaningful as well. So if you haven't watched it yourself and see the images and all of that, it's in her channel. Some of us may have already put it in our channels. I will probably take and put it on the Julie and Milo show. We all know that we are in such a good place. If you're currently watching this show or many shows about Onpassive, if you have no idea what Onpassive is about, please get back with the person who share Onpassive with you. And if you are currently in Onpassive and you haven't plugged in, you got to. You have your whole entire future, not only yourself, your kids, your grandkids, your whole entire legacy. So I'm nobody to tell you what to do, but just know that you have the key to your future, your key to your legacy. It's in your hands. So please plug in. To me, the last 4 appearance, Mr. Ashmore appeared at the round table or he spoke, are the most valuables and most informations that we have received. So if you have a chance and if you haven't listened to it more than 10 times, please go into the back office and do that. As a reminder for everyone, if you currently have a founder positions, please do make sure that you log in, get everything in its place, the countries, the phone number, get everything in its place. Get ready, because remember, he said it's going to go fast and quick and we can't even blink. You're going to miss it if you blink. So Milo, that's all I need to say. Do you have anything else you would like to add into our show tonight?
No, thanks, man. It was great stuff that was spoke about tonight, and we'll see you Saturday. We'll continue the same vein of thoughts, and so we'll see you Saturday, 2 to 4 Eastern Standard Time.
That's right. That's right.
Take us out of here.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, all friends around the world. Thank you, friends that watching on Facebook and YouTube. If you haven't subscribed to the channel that you're currently watching, please do subscribe, click the bell so that you receive the notification once it come out. And do make sure, if you are founders of Onpassive, plug in and buckle up, because it's going to go very fast. And if you blink, you will miss it. Thank you so much for joining the Julie and Milo show. Have a great evening. Good night from Orange County, California.
Good night.
Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Milo.
Good night.
Good show, Julie. Good show.
Enjoy the
Great show, everyone.
Love you all. Good night, everybody.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday, Cynthia.
Good night, Rachel. Good night, Marie. Good night, Phil Musk. Good night.
Yeah, make sure you listen to Celestine.
Good night.
Namaste, ma'am. Namaste.
Bye.